All right, Mr. Han, we are recording.
All
Well,
right.
hello, Team Amazon. What's up? This is Mr. Ippolito.
Hi, it's Mr. Han again.
And we're going to go over quickly, in case you missed our class today, what you missed in class for Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. We're learning about Mexican War primary sources. So we started off, we just talked about making good choices online, kind of talked about these topics here and appropriate online behavior when we're on a Zoom call. Everyone did great today, Mr. Han. We used the chat really thoughtfully and respectfully, and
Hmm.
it was just a really good class session today. So I was really pleased. We went over our last class. We just kind of did a recap of Wednesday, which I don't need to recap again. I will say this though, that since our last class, I did add the Ed puzzle. So if you weren't happy with the Edulastic, the open book, open note quiz, you could just log into Ed puzzle and do that kind of as a retake. For if you were unhappy with the score you got on the Edulastic for 9.3 and 9.4. We then went over the double bubble, which I'm going to show them really quickly, Mr. Han. And then also talked about the first 7 presidents. So just a reminder, the first 7 presidents, that is it's optional. It's something that you got previously. And if you complete it, including Andrew Jackson, and you want to turn that in for points, that's great. And if you don't have it, or just you're not feeling like turning it in, whatever, it will be totally optional. But that is due today, Wednesday, April 1st. Okay, and then just some upcoming important dates. Just a reminder, first 7 presidents due today. All the rest of that stuff for this week, the Edulastic, the double bubble, the primary sources, the Ed puzzle retake, if you're doing the retake for 9.3, 9.4, that's going to be all due this Friday, April 3rd. The Manifest Destiny Unit Exam Review Study Guide is going to be due Sunday, April 12th, because we're going to be going over it after spring break on Monday, April 13th. And then finally, your unit exam is coming up Wednesday, April 15th. Also, should point out, we talked about how all quizzes and tests, for as long as we're doing distance learning, will be open book and open note. However, you cannot get help from anybody else. So you can't talk to a friend. You can't be working on it with a friend. That would be quizzes and tests, right? If it's discussion questions, if it's a handout, the primary sources activity today, you want to do that with a friend, go for it. That's fine. You shouldn't have identical answers, but you
Hmm.
can definitely work on it together. That's fine. But quizzes and tests, open book, great. Open note, great. But you cannot get help from any parents or family members or friends.
Just to touch on that a little bit more, or the identical answers, but yeah, the answer should not be identical. And also, what was it? Each student needs to turn in their own assignment as well. I mean, I understand if you work together on it, but then you can't turn in one assignment for however, like 2, 3 students that worked on it together. Remember, each student has to submit their own assignment on Google Classroom.
That's a good point. This is not a group. This is not group work.
Hmm.
You can work on it in a group, and I encourage you to on the primary sources activity, on the study guide. Like definitely help each other and work together, but you still have to turn in your own work.
Hmm.
Okay, and then we had class today, and then finally, this is what we're. Oh wait, hold on. Going back, Mr. Han, I almost forgot. Okay, so, Mr.
Ah,
Han, what I don't want to do is I don't want to take. I mean, we had a great discussion in class today, but what I don't want to do is rehash that for 10, 15, 20 minutes.
mm,
What I will say to our students is these are the answers that we went over for the double bubble map today. If you want, this would be a great time because this is going to be on YouTube, so you could pause and take a look at this. And while I don't recommend copying, I don't think that's the best way to learn. But if there's something that you missed in the double bubble and you want to go over it, these are the answers that we talked about and that we went over. But again, don't make it an exact copy of what Mr. Han and I put forth today. It should have your own flavor to it.
yes,
Okay,
indeedy. Oh, I just noticed that there's a map of the Mexican session as a part of this
there
assignment right
is.
here.
It's right
I
there.
didn't
Yeah.
even see it. Ah,
I should have clicked on it. I
yeah,
wasn't.
I could have used that. Ugh.
I wasn't even thinking of that myself. I knew there was a reason why I included that map.
Ah.
But yeah, there you go. Okay, and then finally, so your assignment for today is going to be to read. There are 4 primary sources. They're all located within one document, slowly loading. It's going to be Manifest Destiny, the Harper's Weekly cartoon, the poem here, and then President Polk's State of the Union message. So you're going to read these 4 primary sources here, and then you will complete the primary source discussion questions that are right here. Those are due this Friday. And then finally, the Manifest SNE Unit Exam Review Study Guide. That's also a Google Classroom. That, of course, is due Monday, April 12th. If you can get it all done this week, that's great, because then you won't have anything
Sunday,
to do.
Sunday, April 12th, sir. Monday is the 13th.
Oh, Monday, April 13th. My birthday. Yes.
Yes.
Finally, if you want some homework help, you want to talk about, primarily, we're going to be talking about primary sources. You can come and hang out with us on Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And I will make mention of this as well. If the party's still going, like if we're still learning and discussing and having a great time at 11 o'clock, we're not going to stop it. Like, we're going to wait until we get through the whole thing. If we're hanging out and it's just me and Mr. Hahn and we're just like shooting the breeze from 10:30 to 11, and then at 11 o'clock, we're going to shut it down. So if you're coming to hang out with us, we are definitely looking forward to having you. But just be aware of that. Okay. Mr. Hahn, is there anything else that I missed?
Not that I can think of. I think we should reiterate one more time the due dates. What was it?
Oh,
just to be on the safe side for the assignments coming up.
Let's do that. Okay.
What was
let
it?
me go back
First
here.
7. Yeah. While that's loading up, the first 7 presidents assignment. There it is at the bottom right. First 7 presidents assignment is due today, April 1st. That's an optional turn-in on Google Classroom. If you have it and you want to get it in for points, that's great. Take a picture of it, scan it, submit it through Google Classroom. If you don't have it or you don't want to turn it in, that's fine as well. It's not going to count against you. This can only help you in this case. Secondly, the Edulastic quiz and the Edpuzzle retake. If you didn't like your Edulastic score, the double bubble map regarding the 2 Manifest Destiny wars, and today's assignment, the Mexican War primary sources. Those are all going to be due on Friday, April 3rd. And then the Manifest Destiny Unit Exam Review Study Guide, which you received prior to us going to distance learning. That's going to be due on Sunday, April 12th. We're going to be going over that on the Monday when we return. And then on the Tuesday, we're going to be doing the what we normally do, the YouTube Live Review Study Session for the Manifest Destiny Unit Exam, which is going to be on Wednesday, April 15th. When we get back from spring break. Yes.
I should totally unmute myself. I got a little hungry, so I'm enjoying an Uncrustable right now. So I went dark there for a moment. All right. Well, then Mr. Hahn, if there's nothing else, then I think we're going to go ahead and sign off. Yes.
Yes, I think we're good.
All right. Cool. Then we're out, and thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you. If you're going to come hang out with us, we'll look forward to seeing you on Friday from 10:30 to 11.
If you have any questions in between that time, don't forget we are available by email as well. Those are going to be listed on the slideshow that we just presented as well.
Cool. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.